Hi, I'm Autumn Craig, the creator of LoveMyScrapbookingIdeas.com and the author of Entitled Scrapbooking, a Resource for Page Title Ideas, and Scrap in a Snap, which is all about scrapbooking organization. This series is about scrapbooking ideas that you can complete in 15 minutes or less. So thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoy them. Have a great day and happy scrapbooking. I thought it'd be really fun to try one of the new embellishments that seems to be out on the market today, stick pins, which I remember growing up having stick pins, but it's something now we're using in scrapbooking, which is kind of fun. So they're fashionable. They usually have little beads or decorations on the end. There's lots of different things you can do with them. So if you're like me, you've probably done other crafts over the years, and you probably had a variety of things on hand, in which case I had these head pins that I used to use for jewelry. So basically it's a straight metal pin with a nail head on the end so that the beads don't fall off. And you know, mine are old and they've been in a bin, so they're not perfectly straight, so I can just straighten it with my fingers because the metal's pretty soft. And I had some beads that I had from jewelry making, so I thought it would be fun to use some of those. But after looking over the selection I originally picked out, they were a little large, so I really like to try to keep my scrapbooks not completely flat, but if you have big beads in there, it's going to be hard for it to lay flat at all. And so I decided to go with some smaller beads instead, so that the stick pin itself will be a little flatter. So you can see the ones here are a little bit smaller. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take one of the stick pins and I'm actually going to put the beads onto it. Now depending on what I'm going to do with this, there's two ways to do it. I can either bend the actual metal piece or I can use glue. Either one works, so whatever you have handy, it's not a problem. So as you can see, I'm just going to slide the beads on in place. And if I was going to use glue, I would put glue on the very end as I slide the beads on so it will dry and will hold everything tight. So the other option would be to create a little shape with the wire and make a little bend just to keep the beads from falling off. And that's pretty easy to create with a pair of round nose pliers. You could even use just regular small jewelry pliers. And in this case I'm going to use my round nose pliers and just kind of create a little funky twist in the wire that will hold the beads in place. And instead of cutting it like I would to make an earring and bend a little loop, we're just going to leave the end long, and that's what's going to stick in behind the paper to hold it in place on your layout. New stick pin, and I'll have a photo of that coming up so you can see it up close. And usually what you have is you have your background piece of paper, and you have like a piece of paper or a photo mat, and you're going to slip this in behind it just to hold it in place. You can use multiple stick pins on a layout. There's lots of different things you can do. It's nice when you make your own because you can color coordinate it directly to the layout that you're making. It doesn't take a lot of supplies, and they're not very expensive. If you don't have any head pins, you can alternatively use wire and go with both ends. Well, hopefully you got to try something new today and save some money in the process. So enjoy and happy scrapbooking!